Cleveland Browns' staggering decision on Deshaun Watson looms as return date approaches. The Cleveland Browns could have to make a decision on Deshaun Watson, and his future with the team Watson is currently sidelined after he ruptured his Achilles again in January. However, he has shared videos of himself working out and looking good, which has some fans thinking he could return this season. However, the Browns have Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, and Shedeur Sanders in the quarterback room, so it's uncertain where Watson fits. But Browns insider Zach Jackson of The Athletic believes Watson playing a game for Cleveland is a possibility. There is a world he plays. Do I think that's anyone's intention? No, Jackson said on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. Do I think that it's likely at all, even if we get closer to that world? No, but there is a world. When he went on active PUP instead of reserve PUP, that made him eligible to play this season. When he went on active PUP again on August 27th, when they made all these moves, that means that anytime after week 4, he is eligible to return, Jackson added. There used to be a deadline where those guys had to be activated after a practice window. There is not anymore. It could be Christmas week, and they could activate Deshaun Watson. If Watson shows he is healthy, he could force the Browns' hand to activate him, and Cleveland would then have to make a decision. But Jackson believes there is a good chance he does play a game this season for the Browns. Watson is under contract through the 2026 NFL season, as he's in the 4th year of his 5-year, $230 million deal with the Browns. Browns GM not ruling out Watson playing. Although Cleveland entered the season with 3 quarterbacks, Watson could force the team to make an interesting decision. Watson has been focusing on his rehab, and he looks to be getting closer to potentially playing. However, back in April, Browns general manager Andrew Berry wasn't ruling out Watson playing for Cleveland this season. It's too early to say, Berry said. I can say Deshaun has done a great job of rehabbing. He's been in every day. He's progressing, and that's really our focus, but it's too early to say. Before the injury last season, Watson was 137 for 216 for 148 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Cleveland owner says Watson trade was a failure. Although Berry wasn't ruling out Watson playing for the Browns in 2025, Cleveland owner Jimmy Haslam doubts he will. The Browns made the bold move to acquire Watson in 2022 and handed him a massive extension. However, due to injuries and his poor play, the deal hasn't worked out. Ahead of the 2025 NFL season, Haslam spoke to at the owners' meetings and admitted the trade was a failure. We took a big swing and miss with Deshaun, Haslam said. We thought we had the quarterback. We didn't, and we gave up a lot of draft picks to get him, so we've got to dig ourselves out of that hole. It was an entire organization decision, and it ends with D&I. So hold us accountable. Watson has appeared in 19 games for the Browns and has a 9-10 record. Browns WR. Jerry Jeudy fined $11K for taunting, responds to Ravens challenge. Cleveland. Browns wide receiver Jerry Jeudy might go with a golf clap this week after being hit with a fine by the NFL for his actions during week. One Jeudy was fined $11,593 for taunting against the Bengals. He clapped following a pass interference call on Cincinnati defensive back Cam Taylor-Britt. No flag was thrown on the play, so Jeudy probably isn't very happy about having a slightly lighter wallet. The NFL said ahead of this season that it would be emphasizing sportsmanship. There's no place in the game to be standing over your opponent, League Executive Troy Vincent said in a video sent to teams. There's no place in the game to have violent gestures. That's not the game of football. We just have to play by the rules, respect your opponent, respect your teammates, and play the game in between the whistles. While Judy's clap drew a fine, it hardly fits the spirit of what the league says it's trying to crack down on. There was nothing violent about the gesture, nor did it cross the line into disrespectful showboating. It was more of a heat-of-the-moment reaction in a rivalry game, the kind of competitive edge fans expect when AFC North teams square off. Jerry Jeudy feels disrespected. Ahead of Ravens matchup, Jeudy and the Browns head to Baltimore this week to see the Ravens in another divisional clash. Cleveland is a 12.5-point underdog for the matchup, which Jeudy was not happy about. That's disrespectful, Jeudy said. But at the end of the day, if they think Baltimore could beat us like that, we're going to have to prove another thing. We've got to do our job and do our best to win the game. Browns Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward echoed a similar sentiment. Yeah, it is definitely disrespect, but we just have to go in there and take care of business, regardless of what people may think and who they've got winning or losing the game, Ward said. We have to go in and try to beat the odds. They put us against the odds. We got to go in there and try to beat it. Jerry Jeudy sees no challenges with Ravens secondary. Jeudy provided some bulletin board material for the Ravens this week, saying he sees no challenges going up against their secondary that includes names Kyle Hamilton, Jair Alexander, and first-round pick Malachi Starks. Hamilton responded to the two-word shot from Jeudy. Guys say whatever they're going to say, Hamilton said. I really don't care. That's the thing with bulletin board material that I never understood. Was I not going to play hard before he said that? I'm going to play the same way I was going to play. If you need bulletin board material to go play, then that's a problem on you. Judy is coming off his first Pro Bowl season. He caught 90 passes for 229 yards and 4 touchdowns. Judy did not have an outstanding debut, catching 5 passes for 66 yards. He also had a couple of costly drops, with one being flipped into an interception.